what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and jump into SmackDown from last week with some of the usual things popping off on SmackDown. Again, we're gonna start off with the Bloodline and them being a thorn in Cody Rhodes' ass. Right, and now we done brought somebody else in the whole saga to get whooped on. Poor KO. KO then came in and came back as if we didn't know that he was gonna be Cody's tag team partner.
No, KO has been getting his ass whipped by the Bloodline for the last 5 years, man. It's crazy. Because when you think about when Roman had the belt, when the original OG Bloodline was going on, it was Randy Orton, it was KO, it was Sammy once they kicked him out. And those three, I think, have taken the most beatings from this whole Bloodline, storyline for the last 4 or 5 years. So it does not. It would not surprise me. Did not surprise anybody that KO ends up being Cody's partner
and end up being Cody's sacrificial lamb because whoever is siding with him. And that's kind of like what Solo said in one of the promos or whatever. Like whoever joining, Cody Rhodes, they gonna basically get got.
Right.
All right. And so that's what happened with it. And I think a lot. Go ahead.
Well, I was just about to say it's that. Well, I feel this way. I don't know I don't know if this is how it's going. You're going to get Cody and Solo at SummerSlam. Which I think is this weekend, right? Yeah.
Next.
I want to say.
Is it this Saturday? It is. It might be this Saturday. This Saturday.
I think Cody wins. He should win. But after that, I think Cody needs to be done with the Bloodline. There's other things going on, other people he can defend his title with, he can feud with. But now, in order for that to happen, though, I think Roman has to come back at SummerSlam to give the Bloodline something else to do. Because as long as Roman's not there and Cody's the champion, we're gonna continue the same KO, Randy Orton, Cody back and forth beatdown with the Bloodline,
right?
Because it is getting old with just those people.
Now that is August 3rd,
so it's next weekend.
So it's next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
yeah, next Saturday. Because I was like, for Raw to be like, I was like, Raw was good, but they didn't.
It wasn't a
so
type Raw. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we still got one more Raw before that one comes out. But I agree with you on that. And plus, a lot of people are kind of getting stagnant, or it's starting to get kind of stale with the Bloodline. I mean, but you have to have the Bloodline go over and do their stuff in order for people to be like, is Cody gonna get his get back?
Yeah.
Or whatnot. However, this SmackDown and next SmackDown should introduce some things into this whole thing, like possibly Jay coming back. Jimmy coming back. Maybe the wise man comes back, says a few words or whatever that's going to pick SmackDown up and stuff as well.
Yeah. And see, again, we don't know if he's going to be involved in Bloodline. We all assume. It is official now that they did sign the other brother, Hikuleo. So now you got another possibility of him showing up. They could do it as early as SummerSlam. Maybe he showed. Well, I'm going to take that back because I want Jimmy to show up first. And maybe Jimmy shows up in one of these SmackDowns before SummerSlam. Then Roman shows up at SummerSlam because Jimmy got to get his lick back. He could actually call down. They can come back the same night. Jimmy can interfere in the match, cause Solo to lose, and then right as they get ready to confront Jimmy, maybe corner him outside the ring, Roman's music hits. I can see something like that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then even they don't even have to fight. Roman and Solo just needs to have a stir down, and you can cut away. And then we can save that until the next following SmackDown. But I think Roman needs to make an appearance at SummerSlam.
No, I think we're that's probably one of the worst kept secrets, that Roman will probably show up there. Don't think that he would show up the Friday. I mean, that would be great. Even if it's like you said, Roman showing up towards the end of SmackDown, where we don't even have chance to see anything. You just hear the music, and Roman comes out, stops right there where where the stage is, where the gorilla area is, right there, and he's standing right there and getting a pop or whatever. They'll probably save that for SummerSlam though. But I do agree. Maybe Jimmy comes back next week, and then the go home show for SummerSlam. They're following SmackDown. Maybe Hikuleo will show up or whatever.
Yeah,
and that kind of turns the momentum back to
the bloodline.
The bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that there's going to be a nice ref bump, where a lot of shit is about to happen while this ref is out. So that will be the main event. I don't see anything else being there or whatever. But the bloodline thing continues to go. They then took out Randy Orton and took out KO. So now, who will Cody try to turn to this week? Who knows? Another one. Speaking of titles, Bayley was back in the swing of things this week, costing Tiffany Stratton.
Was it Tiffany? Yeah.
Her match. Hey, Meechin won, bro. Like, hey, yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, let Meechin win sometimes. Like, she's talent.
And that's somehow, again, if it's just my personal opinion, when you have people like Meechin losing all the time, as soon as I saw her going against Tiffany, I just assumed she was gonna lose. I ended up leaving the room. Didn't even watch the match. So then to come back later and find out that he won, and then that Bayley destroyed Tiffany's briefcase, I missed all of that. But I know why. Yeah, I know why she destroyed the briefcase.
We know now it's time to debut the new Tiffany Money in the Bank contract.
The pink briefcase that they're gonna sell at the merchandise.
Bedazzled all over and all the other stuff. Man, I was looking at it. I was on WWE Shop, just looking at belts and stuff like that, because I might, like, when I go to Mania, I might be going.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I might I might be on one and come home with 2 belts and just deal with the consequences of sleeping on the couch. Me and my son might get one and just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's WrestleMania weekend. You only live once. But then when I was looking at it, I was like, they got an actual briefcase, bro. The briefcase like $1.25.
Oh.
For a Money in the Bank. I was like, they really selling those.
But now crazy, it's actually cheaper than I thought you was going to. I thought you were going to say about $400-$500. But
hell no. That was just a bill, like a bill 20, bill 25. That's how much the bills are. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, see that. I mean, the briefcase and stuff. That would be kind of dope to have a briefcase hanging. Like if you have a room and stuff like that, you have like the briefcase hanging up somewhere from the light or whatever. Yeah, that'll be kind of dope too. But yeah, WWE capitalizing on everything. Any belt, anything that come out, they selling that stuff. But so Bayley cost Tiffany. See, we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. It's going to be this weird. Not threesome, because I don't want to. Not that, but it's intriguing because will Nia get get cashed in on when she beats Bayley at SummerSlam? That's gonna be. We know that. I mean, I think all signs are leading to Nia winning, because I was looking at something they were talking about that WWE is rewarding Nia from being, good in the backstage area with the talent and just improving in the ring and stuff like that. So this Queen of the Ring and possibly WWE women's title is going to be as a reward or whatever. But will they have the balls to have Tiffany cash on it? It's going to be too quick, though. I think it's going to be too quick.
It's going to happen, but it's too quick to happen right now. Nia wins. She hold on to the belt 3-4 months, however long they decide. Then Tiffany turns on her. It's too soon to do it now. We assume you're going to get a whole new briefcase. Give her time to advertise the briefcase. Let her hold it for 2 or 3 months. But yeah, so then eventually, you'll see it before it happens, because you'll start getting little words here and there between her and Tiffany. Maybe Nia starts talking bad about her or something, or complaining about something that she does or isn't doing. let that build for a while and then cash out.
But we are, because Nia looking at her when she tried to cash last week was already wait a minute now, wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves already. So it's already was like a
she had that what was you doing, that type of look. So what the hell? So
I heard she tried to cash in at the house show too. What was that? Were they in Mexico? I think they was in Mexico when she tried to cash in then.
Yeah,
but Bianca stopped at that time.
Yeah, it just I think Bianca was involved in the match. Maybe she was in ringside or something. Yeah,
Bianca was in a match.
But it was
Bianca and Bailey.
Yeah,
in a tag match and whatever, and I guess Tiffany was in that match or whatever. But she tried to cash in this a couple of weeks ago or whatever, and it still didn't work out or whatever. So
it's all about the tease.
Yeah, it's all about it. Like I said, I'm with you. I think Nia will go ahead and possibly win the title, but they wouldn't let it work all the way by letting Tiffany cash in immediately, and they just started this queen and princess kind of deal or whatever. Plus, but I'm enjoying it though.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, if you really want to look at it, we've already lost one briefcase because Drew cashed in unsuccessfully.
Still,
do you want to get rid of the other one that quick? So so I think she can hold us with it for a while.
Still a waste of a briefcase.
Yeah,
made me mad, man, because he didn't need it for all that just for us to get to this match right here. We already had the heat, and we already knew that Punk and McIntyre was coming down the pipeline anyway.
Right,
but we just took it out of the hands of Melo or Andrade or Jey Uso. We just fumbled that away. But hey, are the things that happen and stuff, and they may build towards that or whatnot. So Michin won. We talked about that. Oh, speaking of Andrade and Melo, they had a pretty good match, and they started off the show. I already knew that was going to be kind of Fido, and I think people are actually calling. They were already asking for a trilogy because they want to see that again. And it made me think about Joe. Shout out to Nature Boy, who's not on here with us tonight, but he gave me grief. I think some of y'all did too when I was talking about Andrade winning the briefcase. Andrade can wrestle, bro. He's entertaining. Not so good on the mic, really.
I think people forget about his NXT days, and since he's been back within WWE on the main roster, here he hasn't really done much. So give him time. We know what he can do in the ring. He just needs those reps. He needs those matches. He needs that TV time. So
he got swole too.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten a lot bigger since since his NXT days. He started
since his NXT days, he didn't got kind of bigger or whatever. I mean, and it probably fit that heavyweight role or whatever. But Andrade is a guy that I could see wrestle Cody Rhodes and actually think that he will win and will probably put on a good match if they continue to move him along the way that they are supposed to. But nothing but good news and stuff that I done read online about that match with Carmelo Hayes. And Hayes is still, although he took the L, still you can still see that he's a special talent and that he coming, man, and it's only a matter of time before he have a briefcase or he have a singles title.
Carmelo is still in that stage where losses don't hurt him right now because he's still his personality and being able to talk and being able to still show that confidence, whether he wins. Right now, losses don't hurt him. Now, if he keeps losing, that could hurt eventually. But right now, he's still in a good spot, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, good match, and maybe we'll see. Melo may want to run it back, and get the fans a treat or whatever. Maybe you put that on. They're not doing anything for SummerSlam. Go ahead and put that in the pre-show right there. Hey, go ahead.
We might bring it up later, but it's only been like 6 or 7 matches advertised. But like, for instance, somebody brought it up and I didn't even realize this. Like Bianca and Jay don't have a match at SummerSlam. There's
I think they might go after. I think that might be the tag titles again with Unholy Union.
That's the thing. But again, if it is, it's probably gonna be like a fatal 4-way because Shayna and her girls are involved in it now, along with Katana Chance and Katana
Oh, don't forget about damage control
and
too,
then damage control,
because
yeah. So it could be like a fatal 4-way type thing.
So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm counting 7.
So yeah, it is 7. But what I'm thinking about is the fact that think about this: Seth Rollins doesn't have a match at SummerSlam. That's why they made him the guest referee. So I'm saying there's still a lot of talent out there that
none of the tag titles,
none of the tag teams are involved. So in any match, so yeah. But again, we still got 2 weeks. Again, I thought it was this weekend, but we still got 2 weeks. So they could, come up with something in the next couple weeks and add more matches to the card.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe DIY come back and get back, and maybe you got Guerrillas of Destiny and that would be a good match, and that should be on the actual card.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. We hopefully maybe they get it added before. 2 weeks from now.
Yep. So, a couple more things before we move on for that. I start off with the Chelsea and Bianca match. I didn't really like. It was like a throw in, and then it was like that was just a waste of time.
Yeah, it's just.
I think that you should have let that match play all the way out, and then you could still had your end. But I mean, what's that? 3 or 4 minute match, and then it was a roll up.
And it was just because Chelsea said something to Bianca, backstage in front of Nick Aldis's office. So. It might be it wasn't necessary, but again, I guess it's just one. You have certain superstars they want to put on the show every week or put on SmackDown. So I think that's what it was. Chelsea needed a spot, Bianca needed a spot, and they just put them in a match together.
Did you get a chance to see that Hot Ones thing?
I was the one that posted.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't. I haven't watched it. I've seen clips.
And some people are saying this is the start of them kind of feud because there was 2 things. If you ever watch Hot Ones, all the wings are spicy based on the sauce. So she was like, so Jay was eating one, and she was like, no. Like, people always ask, do I have to eat the whole thing? The question is no. The answer is no. You just take a bite and move on.
You take a bite with the sauce on it.
Well, when she said that, she said, am I supposed to eat all of it? Bianca was like, yeah, eat the whole wing. And then she kind of looked at the camera like, basically telling her, you want her to suffer for eating the whole thing. And then they had one of those where Jade had to say, the question was, Bianca gave to Jade, so name 3 things or 3 ways that you are better than me in the ring. So Jade had to say where she was better than Bianca. So she looked at it. She said, "Well, I am stronger." And then Bianca was like, "What? No, you not." So they said, "I am stronger. I'm faster than you." And then Bianca just shaking her head the whole time. And I'm smarter than you. And then so Bianca's mouth like wide open, like, "How dare you say that you these things?" So people are trying to take that as a start of the feud, but it's just something for the YouTube for the show.
Now stronger,
I can give it to her. I think she is stronger than Bianca.
I don't know. Faster, Bianca was in track.
You got a track person versus a basketball player.
So. Basketball player. Yeah. So I don't know. I might have to watch that and have to.
It's a nice, fun video. They get into stuff with Bianca and Montez because he was there. Kind of off the screen, so. Yeah.
And so now, with since you brought up Montez, and then this is still on SmackDown, and we're talking about Bianca. So let's talk about them. Her husband in the group, because now there's rumblings that Bobby Lashley is no longer.
I was gonna bring it up.
The WWE. So now the Street Profits are back to square one.
Yeah. So again, all this is how I interpreted what I heard. So I was listening to a podcast, and I'm not going to mention the name of the person. One of the guys on the podcast used to write for WWE. And so he has a podcast with another guy. While they're talking about this, and he's friends with MVP from his time as a writer, so he has his personal number. As they are talking about this, about Lashley, MVP, other people that are supposedly removed from the roster, MVP calls him while he's on the show. Now, they cut that part out because MVP was on the speakerphone. They cut that part out, but then they came back, like transition. The conversation may have been like 5 minutes long, but it was like 2 seconds for the audio version because they cut that part out. So what the guy basically said is, again, not saying too much information, this is something different what they were doing. So they have not been officially released yet. This is WWE's decision. Both Lashley and MVP, and I think Tamina is the other person, has like 2 months left on their contract. It's almost like they're giving them permission, like a tampering window in like the NFL or NBA. So within these 2 months, you have permission from us to go out and see what you can get on the open market as far as pay and work. We won't mess with it. So then we do not have, at this point, we don't see you guys. We don't see ourselves re-signing you guys after your contract is up. So instead of waiting for these 2 months and waiting the whole 90-day clause type thing, we telling you right now, go see what bookings you can get. If you can get some work, go ahead and take it, that type of thing. So they're kind of in limbo like that, where they are now basically free agents without having to wait till their contract expires. It's something new that the Triple H era is trying to do to kind of help these guys out. So,
that's interesting, because I did hear with Tamina that although she did get taken out, they still want to keep her in the back in some kind of producer world and stuff like that. Because
almost like, just like go out to the market, see what you worth. We'll match it, or we'll come up with another deal and renegotiate your contract. So it's kind of the same thing. So that's probably what they do with Tamina.
So we'll probably still see Tamina, and then like I said, I don't see them letting go Tamina when we just saw the Tonga twins.
Yeah.
We just saw them in the performance center. Now we don't know what that it means there, but what I heard was that what was that? Where were they at again?
Which one are you talking about?
The women, Tonga twins. What organization?
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot what they were. Yeah, but they
were
out of their contract now. They've
been working out at the performance center down in Orlando.
Yeah, so they were out of their contract because of some stuff that went down, and so they were basically free agents. I guess something's dealing with the work environment and how they were treated and stuff like this. So now they're free agents, and then the picture pops up with them at the performance center. So that's opening up some eyes, and it's like, okay, so now you got, the Tonga twins, women twins or whatever, out here that will possibly jump into, NXT and stuff like that. But so you got Tamina back there with the rest of these women that are coming in and stuff like that. I think that's going to be a good look if they can keep her backstage and stuff like that. So very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting development there. And last thing, Logan Paul and LA Knight is now official. So we are officially on the clock to seeing Paul dropping that title.
Yeah, LA Knight needs to win this match. We need to take the title off of LA Knight at this point. Now,
and he's still over too. Like, it ain't
Logan
like
Paul. Yeah, we need to take the title off of Logan Paul. What I meant, but we are in Logan. But they will be in Logan's hometown. So SummerSlam is in Cleveland. So I don't know.
I don't give a flying floopity doop where we at. That title has got to change hands, because I think that there will be more people cheering for Logan Paul. Then there will be people cheering for Logan Paul, which will probably come out here and disrespect or say something probably about the Baltimore Ravens taking a team that or something crazy.
Classic heel move is, he was born in that town, but he lives in LA now. He lives in California now, so it's almost like I claim or live somewhere in California. This is where I used to be from, but this ain't my town no more. I'm from Cali or whatever. So you can do like that for Logan Paul to kind of spin the crowd to get something.
Yeah, I think you can do that. That'll be a classic heel thing, and everybody forget where they are, and Knight will have him a belt, and I'll be interested in seeing what he'll do to bring more relevancy to that belt, because he's on there. So now you got the callback could be with Melo. You know what I'm saying? You can have him and go Andrade. You can have that with A-Town Down Under once they split. You got two people there. It's a lot of matches and stuff mid-card that you can have. Right. They can put on a good match and make that belt what it used to be back in the day or whatever. So I don't know.
All he has to do, in my opinion, is reintroduce the U.S. title, U.S. Open Challenge that John Cena used to do.
Yeah.
You can even bring folks up from
He had
NXT
some
to
good
tell.
matches with. He had some good matches with that.
No, we first saw KO on the main roster because
Sure
of the
did.
challenge there. So
Sure did, because he came in as the
came up
NXT champion.
NXT champion, yeah.
And yep. So that concludes SmackDown, man. Not too much, going on, but I expect these next 2 SmackDown episodes to be a little bit more high impact, with more surprises and things. Maybe a couple of more matches and stuff that could be added on the SmackDown side. Maybe some stuff that's going on with the bloodline, with them being so unstoppable that some people may come back. Maybe we'll see a vignette with Paul, Paul Heyman, Wiseman coming back. Maybe we see Jimmy. Who knows?
I think Paul comes whenever Roman comes. That's when Paul shows up. They come out together. Yeah, I think.
If he can show up, that Friday before. Ladies and gentlemen, I think everybody would lose. And Roman don't even have to do anything. He can just say what he have to say, and then walk off and say, call Roman Reigns. Everybody's going to lose their mind then, and they don't have to see Roman until the next night. So I don't know. It should be fun, man. Hopefully they do this right.